Memphis Grizzlies. Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, plus reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. So the Clippers win the tip. George left side. And the jam by George.
Make no mistake, Paul George is a fierce finisher inside. Boy, it's hard not to think about Paul George and what many consider to be that devastating leg injury he suffered. There were people who doubted whether he could come back, and now stronger than ever.
At the line for Memphis.
And with Paul George in that injury, as it happened, we weren't sure he'd ever play again.
That's exactly right. It shows the determination he has and how much love for the game of basketball. He overcame that physical setback and the mental toll that's part of that, and still enjoying an incredible NBA career.
Here's Leonard. Uses the glass on the layup.
Kawhi Leonard's length and shot-making ability on the interior is problematic for the defense.
Pass to Jackson. Outside Morant. And Morant gets double-teamed. Clock at 6. Zubac with the steal. Jackson with it. Jackson in his pocket. Leonard finds some space. Misses off the left iron. Here's Morant. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
He turns the offensive board into a big slam.
Wow, he was so well positioned there. Credit his anticipation.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
The putback. Boy, hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
So many NBA players will tell you Steven Adams is the strongest guy in the league, and he gets after it off the glass.
Here's George. Can't get it to fall.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
And it's good. 2 points.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
Paul George.
George, good.
3.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Now here's Morant. Into the lane. And then Morant with the dunk.
The quick feed of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
And the foul on Steven Adams. That's his first foul.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
And the Clippers making a change here. Back to Hartenstein. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. George drives in. And the jam by George.
That's phenomenal athleticism on the drive. Paul George just sprints past everyone with ease.
Back to Morant. Shoots over George. Wow, way off on that one. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's Morant. On the take. It's tipped. And they're able to recover. The three from Bain. Hartenstein pulls it in.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And George with the jam.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. The Clippers in the lead. George drives in.
Well, you love how Paul George finishes on the drive. That is a powerful dunker right there.
The three from Bain. Got a hand on it for the finish. And George with the jam.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Timeout called. Memphis.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
So both teams making some changes here. Memphis trailing here. Oh, George with a steal. It's George on the wing. Oh, and the dunk by George.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
And with Paul George, Grant, you know what he delivers. Very consistent in what he'll bring to each game.
I mean, the scoring is always going to be there, but his defense doesn't take a night off either. I mean, very nice and consistent production from him.
And he gets it to go. He's 8 of 11 now.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
George.
Paul George.
The shot from the low post is good. George has got 19.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
On offense, here are the Clippers, leading by 12. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Outside Jones. Back to Melton. Clark in the post. Oh, George with a steal. There's the drive. And the jam by George.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
And the Grizzlies call time here.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
There's 45 seconds left in the first. Here's Morant. Pass to Adams. Jackson left side. Back to Adams. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Adams has got 5 now.
Adding to his game over time. When Jackson spots his open teammates like this, the offense runs much smoother.
Paul George.
George's shot is good.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good.
Oh, my goodness! Yikes!
What a finish.
So it's the Clippers now. A 12-point game. Here's George. And the jam by George.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Memphis.
And Morant no good on that one.
Going second overall in 2019, John Morant looks like a franchise cornerstone, carrying Memphis to a play-in game as a rookie.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers going into the break up 12. Defense is setting the tone. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Clippers team out there.
Well, I'm really loving their activity. I mean, they're contesting shots. They've really set a strong tone early.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
And George with the jam.
And when Paul George has this kind of rhythm and pace to his game, you simply want the ball in his hands as much as possible.
Back to Brooks. Outside Morant. Beyond the arc. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant.
Clippers ball.
And we're seeing teams pick up the pace. Something you set the trend for in Phoenix, Grant. Why do you think that's becoming more prevalent?
Great question. I mean, In today's game, we're all about the analytics, and that has shown that you shoot a higher percentage earlier in the shot clock. So it makes sense to push the tempo and see what you can get early.
Paul George.
Paul George with the absolute tight handle, able to navigate through traffic. That's ridiculous.
To the inside. Snatched away. And it's the Clippers on the break. And he misses the fast break layup. Jackson outside. Brooks from outside. The shot comes out. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Pass to George. Three-pointer. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard. George has got 32 points in the game.
You've got to be prepared on the catch to release quickly, and Paul George does that as well as anyone in the league.
And George with the jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Timeout called. Memphis.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
So both teams changing it up here. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Jackson on the wing. Left side Williams. And stolen by Leonard. And the jam by George.
But we're talking about a multi-time winner of the Defensive Player of the Year. Huge hands, creates lots of turnovers.
And Kawhi Leonard dipping his toe into free agency. Now, he opted out mostly to sign a longer contract with the Clippers. And in just 2 years, he has shown his value for this franchise. So they felt the same, and both are now linked for the next 4 years.
Here's George. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. George has got 38 points. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Their frenetic defense has been impressive, putting ball handlers on the defensive and turning them over as well.
Here's Brooks. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard.
First team foul.
First one falls for him.
At the line for your Grizzlies, Dylan Brooks. 2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both shots. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. George drives in. And the jam by George.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
This game will get even further away from them if they can't protect the ball. And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Pass to Leonard. George outside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 42 in the game.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Knocked away. Oh, George with a steal. And it's the Clippers on the break. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break, and he flubs it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
It's George on the wing. That one's good for 2. George has got 44.
Well, I like to see Paul George be assertive down low. This guy doesn't lack for confidence, and he is an accomplished scorer regardless of where he is on the floor.
.136 left